Okay, suppose we have a list of integers 1, 8, 12, 9, 11, 2, 14, 5, 10 and 4, and we need to search an integer x is equals to 2 in the list by using linear search. So let's see how the procedure will work. So at the first step, the location variable I is assigned the first location, that is 1. Now one does not confuse with this one, with this integer 1, because this 1 is the location of the first integer and this 1 is the first integer which is available as at the first location. So this variable I refer to the location variable, and these integers are at their particular location, that is the 1 is the first integer or the integer at the first location. This 8 is the integer at the second location, so this is A1, this is A2 and so on. This is A10 because there are 10 integers in the list. So now at the first step we are standing at the first location. So for the dry run we have the table I that recommends the location variable I. Next, while loop has two conditions. The first condition is I is less or equal to n, where n is the number of elements in the list, which is 10 here, and I is the location where we are standing. Though at the first step we are standing at the first location. And the other condition which we are checking here is that the required number x, which is 2 here, is not equal to the current integer where we are standing, so the integer available at the ith location. So these two conditions need to be checked, and if both are true, then what will happen? We move forward to the next location. So this is the total working of the while loop. So at the first location we check that 1 is less or equal to 10. So we check that whether the list end or we are within the list. So this condition is true. And the second condition is 2, which is the desired integer, is not equal to ai, which is a1. A1 is 1 here. So this condition is again true. So both the conditions are true. So we move to the second location of the list. Now at the second location again we check that whether the list end or not. So this condition refer to that we are checking that we are at the end of the list or not. So this condition is true. We are not at the end of the list. We are within the list. And the second condition is the desired integer 2 is not equals to a2. That is 2 is not found in the list yet. So at the location, second location, we have 8 here. So this condition is true again, and we move forward to the third location. Now at the third location we check that 3 is less or equal to 10, that is the list does not end, and the required integer 2 is not equal to a3. We check that a3 is 12 here, so this condition is again true, and we move forward to the fourth location. So at fourth location 4 is less or equal to 10, that is the list does not end, and the desired integer 2 is not equal to a4. A4 is 9 here, this is true. So we move forward to the fifth location, and at fifth location again we check the same, that the list does not end yet, and 2 is not available at the fifth location either. So the fifth location has 11 on it. So both the conditions are true. So we move forward to the sixth location. Now at the sixth location, 6 is less than or equal to 10, that is the list does not end here, and we check that whether 2 is available at A6. We check that. So at A6 we have 2. So which means that this condition becomes false. So the list does not end, and we found the number 2, which was the desired integer. So nothing happens here, and the while loop ends immediately. So the while loop ends due to this condition, that is the number which we are locating have found at the 6th location. So after ending of while loop, we check if I is less or equal to n. So we check that I is the location where we are standing. So I is 6 here. So whether 6 is less than or equal to 10? Yes, which means that location variable has assigned the value I. So the I has value 6. So location as 6. What does this mean? That after ending of while loop, we check whether the list end or we found the desired number. So we check which one of the condition becomes true and which one becomes false. So if the list ends, then according to the algorithm, if the list does not end, then assign the variable location, the location of the current variable where we found the required integer. Else means that the list end, then location assign the value 0, which means that we does not found the number, we do not found the required integer, and the list ends. So here we found the integer at the 6th location. So integer x is equals to 2 is at location 6. Now your exercise is by using linear search algorithm, you search x is equals to 6. X is equals to 6 is not in the list, so it will be interesting to see that how for this case the algorithm work. And in this case you will see that this condition becomes false, that is the list becomes end and the integer does not found. So in this particular example you will see that you will move forward till n is equals to 10 and the list, this condition becomes false for while loop to get end. Second one is you search x is equals to 1. Now x is equals to 1 at the first location, so you will see that the while loop will end at the first step only. And the third question is x is equals to 4. The 4 is available at the last location, so you will see that the algorithm will keep on working and searching till the end of the list, and at the end of the list you will see that this condition becomes false. Again the number will be found at the last location, so the location will return the value 10 in this case. So these exercises are just for your practice. I hope you understand the concept well.